Bo Burnham. One of the greatest and the most unique comedians I've come across. But who is he exactly? Who is Bo Burnham? For you, for me, a comedian, an entertainer, a fictional character, or a kid who just likes to make offensive jokes? Well, that's what we'll discuss today. In the entertainment industry, it's extremely hard to get in. You have to send thousands of mail, show your demo reel, and it's very stressful. Even when you reach that level, it only gets harder. We see entertainers and comedians as something totally different than what they actually are. Almost every comedian and entertainer you see are either known for their content and what they produce, or for their personality and what they are. Somewhere here in between is where Bo Burnham comes in.
I was interrupted the other day while that motherfucker. I really don't.
Too bad.
God damn it.
Hey, whoa, guess what?
I'm a faggot.
Correct.
Not funny. Can you turn the lights off at least, please? Is this funny to you people? Turn it off. Turn the track off. Why was it not a record player?
A perfect balance between personality and performance.
Record player.
Comedians who base their shows and jokes on their personality have their goal set on making you laugh. It's either by they hyping up the whole stage and creating this totally different scenario where everyone is so pumped up, or making jokes that are relatable and gets you by surprise.
I'ma say it again. I know I'm in fucking Madison Square Garden. This bitch sold out. Y'all better make some fucking noise.
Comedians who make these relatable jokes don't always like them, but they have to do it because it works. And the artist and the musician who are known for what they produce use catchy choruses and other methods to get their audience. And Bo mocks both of these in his show and in his song called Repeat Stuff. The common theme I've seen in these is the fake and forced positivity. I'm using this term, and I know this term has been used to death by every single fucking person on this website.
Forced positivity on YouTube.
Forced positivity.
Forced positivity.
Forced positivity on YouTube.
Forced positivity.
But hear me out. In his ending song of his special award, there's a line.
All right, we've done studies. Young people do not respond to this, introspective material or these challenges to the form, Young people want jokes they can relate to.
This explains something that not everyone has touched upon. As I said, comedians and entertainers fake and force positivity to make their audience feel good and laugh. They make jokes that aren't genuine, but they make it seem like it is to relate to their audience more. And they do it because it works. The audience laughs. And Bo revolts against this. Even though he makes similar jokes, he comes out and say that this is not what he wants. He does not want to give in. Maybe because Bo isn't just a comedian, he is a performer.
It's about performing. I try to make my show about other things, but it always ends up becoming about performing. I started performing very young, as a teenager, professionally, and as a comedian, what you're supposed to talk about what you know. And what I knew always was performing. So to talk about traffic or laundry felt incredibly disingenuous, but I worried that making a show about performing would be too meta, it wouldn't be relatable to people that aren't performers. But what I found,
Bo uses the element of surprise. I want to make surprises live within the structure of the show. The show lies to you and tells you it's lying. When Bo performs, you don't know what's coming next.
fuck you. You don't know where I'm going, don't act like it. You were not ahead of me. I will retain the element of surprise.
He destroys all the momentum he builds for his jokes, unlike other comedians. His show seems honest, and then all of a sudden it's not.
Mute this. But for real, what is it about? I know very little about anything, but what I do know is that if you can live your life without an audience, you should do it. And now you're thinking, how the fuck are you gonna dig the show out of this weird hole? Oh, you want me to be funny and make a point? Nah. Batman. So...
But that's not it. Bo challenged the way we look at comedy, his insanely thoughtful lyrics and the unique way of playing with words. He doesn't talk about politics or the problems in the world, but he does talk about people and their personal problems, like depression and homophobia. and people struggling with their sexuality. He talks and sheds a light upon breakups, guys not being able to show their emotion and thus leading to not being able to communicate and bottle up their feelings, all in one song. I was blown away because I kept on finding new meaning in a lyric of a song that I had listened to a billion times. He often makes jokes about being bad with transition and segues, but if you don't listen carefully, the deep meaning in his songs will pass right by you. Bo doesn't care if you're uncomfortable. He's able to handle the tension of audience and they're not laughing like very few comedians can. He doesn't care if his audience is asking him to stop and just make them laugh. He doesn't pander. If he wants to make a point, he will. Bo's first non-comedic song, Art is Dead, hit hard to everyone.
I must be demented to think that I'm worthy of all this attention, of all of this money you worked really hard for. I slept in late while you worked at the drugstore. My drug's attention. I am an addict, but I get paid to indulge in my habit.
Everyone saw a fraction of real Bo and what he's going through. Even in his last original, Make Happy, he talks about struggle with fame and not being able to achieve happiness, yet trying to give that to his audience. As he sings the final lines of his song, you can't help but think about what the hell is happening. You sit there in shock, you listen to his line and you think, what? Why are you sad? You cannot be sad. And we forget that comedians are just humans. Bo makes us realize these things again and again, not just in an amazing manner which leaves us in awestruck, but thinking about things that you never had. It's not just about jokes that make you laugh, it's about topics that might make you happy. Bo mentioned a few times that his special was supposed to be deeper and he wants people to interpret comedy. Bo hasn't talked about this by himself, but there has been a lot of speculation about the way Bo plays with words and uses them as a metaphor. In his special Make Happy, the burrito part has been taken as him talking about not being able to handle it. He says, his career has been doing great. He's on the top. All of this is at the point where he never expected it to be, but at the back of his mind he feels empty. He isn't happy. Everything is falling apart. He says, somebody should have warned me. If I had the slightest idea that even after all this, I wouldn't be happy, I wouldn't have done half of the stuff I did. Bo has been the most thought-provoking comedian and the comedian I feel most connected to. The self-deprecating humor and the small details like showing picture of his puppy when you answer no on his website makes me really happy. Thanks for watching, and as always, I don't have a good outro yet. Hey guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to watch some other video essays, click right there. If you want to watch my other series, click right there. You can subscribe and you can pledge to my Patreon. These videos take a lot of time to make. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.